Look, I fully realize we just made an Oilers video a few days ago, and I wanted to make a video talking about the David Pastrnak hat trick against Colorado yesterday, and I wanted to make a video about the Seattle Kraken pulling themselves out from a horrid start to being back in the playoff conversation now, but I can't just gloss over 12 straight wins, man. That's just ridiculous. This team went from starting 2-9-1 to now being 25-15-1. We touched on this in the last Oiler video, but in case you didn't watch it, just a quick synopsis. Their defense has been so much better, especially CC, Bouchard, and Nurse. Skinner's really found his groove in net, and he's been great. And yes, McDavid and Draisaitl have obviously been leading the way offensively, but they've also been getting a ton of help from guys like Hyman. Here's the most impressive thing for me, though. Last night against Seattle, they ended the first period being down 2-0. At the beginning of the season, this Oilers team probably would have wilted and limped to a loss. But just like they did last Saturday against Montreal and in their last game against Toronto, they showed a ton of resilience and confidence to be able to win a game no matter what happens in it. That to me is what makes this team truly terrifying right now. Yes, we know McDavid and Draisaitl, they're going to do their thing, we know that. But getting the whole team to buy in and getting serious help from guys like Derek Ryan, Ryan McLeod, and Warren Foegele, that's why we're not just talking about a regular Oilers hot streak right now. 3, 4, 5, 6 game winning streak even. No, we're talking about them being in the midst of a historic winning streak. And I want to highlight a guy who's been a perfect example of that. It's Warren Foegele. Yes, if you look at the lines, he's a top 6 player right now, but he's worked his tail off to be able to be there in the lineup. They didn't just give it to him, and it's honestly been pretty cool to see him take advantage of that opportunity. Draisaitl with the quick spin and shoot, and I think it might have surprised Joey Daccord a little bit. The rebound goes to Foegele on the other side, right place, right time. It's 2-1, and now a comeback's in the air. A few minutes later, the Oilers are on the power play. Draisaitl is in tight with the puck, and he banks it off Daccord, and there you go, the Oilers are back in it. Then a few minutes after that, still in the second period, Draisaitl sends a sweet backhand pass to Foegele. He's on a breakaway thanks to his incidental contact with Will Borgen a few seconds before. Couple little stick handles and then a nice snapper for his 9th of the season, but more importantly, a 3-2 Oiler lead. That's when I started shaking my head like, alright, this Oilers team's got some serious magic here. That Seattle team's good. I know they lost 2 straight coming into this one, but they were on a 9-game heater right before that, and Edmonton just dismantled them in the second period. Then with 2:40 left in the third, the backbreaker. McDavid gets it in front, slides it through former teammate Adam Larsson's legs right to Zach Hyman. Game over. Yes, the pass from McDavid was awesome, but he also displays a subtle bit of hockey sense here that I want to highlight because it's part of what makes him elite. As the puck is coming to him from Draisaitl, Wenberg realizes that and decides, I gotta get my stick in there. But since McDavid's brain is a hockey processing computer, he knew something like that was coming upon reception of the puck. What most players would do in that situation is catch the puck and then process and make the subsequent play. Because it's McDavid though, he's already anticipated and thought a step ahead, so he's aware that the best way for him to create a scoring chance here is to immediately move the puck into open space without dusting it off or stopping it like most players would. He processed that with his peripheral vision in the half second that the puck was coming to him. And then it only took him another half second to realize, okay, I gotta get the puck off right away through Larsson's legs to Hyman in order for us to get a goal here. That's what scouts and hockey people mean when they say, he thinks the game at a high speed. He's got a great processor. McDavid's processor is just off the charts, and that was a perfect example of it. Things are clicking for this Oilers team at an unreal rate right now. When they've got this team working together like a well-oiled machine, no pun intended, they're absolutely terrifying. And if they get their 13th straight win against the Flames on Hockey Day in Canada on Saturday, the buzz around them is just going to keep climbing to a whole other level. There is some other stuff I want to talk about with this team. Like I want to dissect a few plays, showing you some examples of what Nurse, CC, and Bouchard are doing better defensively that they weren't doing at the beginning of the season. So if that's something you'd appreciate, make sure you like the video and comment to let me know. I still think Ken Holland should and will make some moves before the deadline here. With the way things are going right now, Oiler fans are probably saying, why would you touch this lineup? But in the playoffs where you deal with injuries, you got guys in slumps, it's really good to have some depth. So, I'm sure Ken Holland is already looking into this, but another depth forward, another defenseman, be it depth or maybe an extra option for the third pair. And of course, even though Calvin Pickard has been far from awful, another goalie to play behind Skinner would probably be on the wish list for the Oilers, but in a salary cap era, it's not easy. Let me know your thoughts. If you want more videos like this, you know what to do. Like, subscribe if you're new. I'll see you in the next one. You're awesome.